Welcome. Today we're taking a look at another exciting range of products from Sonoff, the new Mini Duo series. They've taken their existing dual channel relays and shrunk them down to roughly the same size as their other mini relay offerings, which means they fit in just about any standard size back box. Could have done with these when I was trying to squeeze two of their no neutral mini relays into a single back box during my barn install earlier in the year. Anyway, make sure that you stick around to the end of this video because I have a big treat for two of you loyal and lucky viewers. But anyway, back to these relays. Let's open them up and see what we get inside. Hi, I'm James and I've been building out my smart home for years, with products from just about every manufacturer out there, figuring out what works and what doesn't. So, we once again have very minimal packaging, as always from Sonoff. These are all basically the same product with subtle differences, mainly in the way that they connect. The only one that's really physically different is the Zigbee L model, as it works entirely without the need for a neutral connection, whereas the rest do require a neutral to work. So on this model, we get 3 live terminals instead of 2 and the neutral on the other ones. One thing I find interesting is the fact that they have multiple live input terminals when these are not dry contact, so that live input is used for the output as well as powering the device. So in this case, it doesn't require 2 separate live inputs because they are both going to the output L1 and L2 regardless. So the only reason I see for doing this is to save the user from having to cap off the other live in the back box, which is a nice touch. And therefore the third live input on the L model is completely redundant, but useful if you need to tap off of it for a permanent live for something else, I guess. Now, it's important to note that these relays are all good for a total load of 16 amps, which is plenty for their primary use case of controlling 2 separate strings of lights. But as always, if you're not 100% confident in wiring them up yourself, do not go messing with your electrics. Get an electrician to do it for you. So, I actually don't have anywhere left to put any of these in my house. So I'm just going to set up the Matter model here on my desk with a basic bulb or two to show you the basic working of these devices. So as you can see here, I've just taken a basic light fixture that I had laying around and a bulb, and I'm wiring it all up to the relay on the first channel. And it all shares a neutral in that Wago. Now to get it paired into Apple Home, I'm scanning the code on the back of the unit itself or in the manual. So as you can see here, in Apple Home where I've paired the device, it works nicely over Wi-Fi and exposes 2 switches which we can control independently. And of course the second one does nothing as it's not wired up, which confirms that the second live does not need to be wired up, but it's there to save you having to cap off the second live wire if it was already there in your switch back box. And pretty much there we have it, some very useful additions to the Sonoff family of tiny relays. If you'd like to pick any of these up, the links will as always be on my website, and purchasing them through those links will help support the channel, so thank you to everyone who does. If you'd like to see my video on the single channel version of these relays, go and check that out, it should be on screen somewhere. And before you go, I'd like to thank 2 of you lucky EU viewers by sending you a Sonoff iPlug Zigbee Energy Monitoring Smart Plug. To be in with a chance of winning one, make sure that you are subscribed and comment below telling me what you'd like to use one for, and I'll pick 2 lucky winners at random over the next week or 2. Anyway, thanks again for sticking around, and thanks for watching, and as always, remember, home is where the smart is.